You are about to discover the best kept secrets in bass music and EDM production. Through exclusive interviews with the world's favorite producers and record label owners. Dubstep, drum and bass, Neurohop, glitch hop, and other futuristic bass music. Brought to you by Zen Flex.
Hello, and welcome to the Bass Guerrilla podcast. My name is Robert Fumo. I'll be your host today. Usually on this podcast, we have a standard interview kind of format, but this time, we're going to actually dive deep into a specific song, a release by an artist that I'm sure you know of, her name, Ill-Esha, and her song, Hologram Midnight. Back in the day, Ill-Esha was the first female drum and bass performer to mix records, sing, and MC simultaneously, and developed a diverse style by doing so, whilst blending electronic music genres such as broken beats, hip-hop, breaks with drum and bass during her sets. Most recently, Ill-Esha has been inspired by future bass, the 80s, and galactic soundscapes. Her most recent full-length album, Hyperbolic Space Crotchet, is out via acclaimed producer Starkey and his boutique label, Seclusiuses. She's also released several glitch/dubstep EPs on San Francisco-based Moody Music and Austin-based label Gravitas Recordings. So without further ado, I bring you Ill-Esha and her track, Hologram Midnight.
My name is Ileisha, and I'm a music producer, instrumentalist, and otherwise sound designer from Vancouver, British Columbia, currently living in Denver, Colorado. I've been doing music basically my entire life, and I've always noticed that Colorado has been this really nice mix of urban sort of music development and kind of like a great scene, but also really kind and unpretentious people. And so it's interesting because I have a very musical background, but very opposite to the music that I do now. My parents and beyond my parents, my whole family, especially on my dad's side, they're all kind of classical musicians, and that's kind of been a thing. Like my cousin is a very accomplished clarinetist with the Pittsburgh Symphony, and so I was always raised with the understanding that music was essential and important, but in a very rigid format. I took classical piano from the ages of 4 till 12. My parents said, okay, you are now allowed to quit. I said, cool, I'm quitting, and I bought a bass guitar and started kind of jamming around in bands. In retrospect, I'm very, very glad that I was forced to play piano because it's such a huge skill, I think, as a producer and a composer to be able to express yourself that way. But I was definitely not brought up like that. And in fact, my parents are not very into popular music. So it's very interesting to me to interact with other people and then say, oh, my parents listen to rock and they listen to this and this and pop, because my mom did a little bit, but mostly my parents listened to classical world music and folk. And that's just, they to this day, they still don't really get kind of like dance stuff in the context I do it, but they've always been supportive of music, which I'm very lucky for.